Okay guys, this week's technique of the week is going to be number 40 off the white to blue belt list, the arm bar from guard. We sometimes call it, or nickname it, a technical arm bar. Alright, one of the first things I'm going to do is secure the arm here. There's a couple of ways to do it. You can grab the gi, but I don't want to rely on my grip, so even though I've got the gi, I'm going to bend the wrist over the hand to control the arm. I'm hugging it to me. I like to grab the wrist like this because it just gives me better control and it sets up other options for me. My second hand is going to go over the bend in the arm. I don't want to be the forearm. I'm up around where the tricep, bicep is, like that. Now, most of the time, his weight is going down into my body because he knows he doesn't want this to go across my center line. So what I'm going to do is raise my hips up and drop them down a few times in order to create space to pull this elbow across my body. Like that. Now, as I'm doing this move, I'm also going to keep energy going down the heel here. If I'm just holding on to him in the guard, he's able to come up on his feet, move the knees around, so on and so forth like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp and send energy down through the heel. So if he starts to move, it's much more difficult for him. Bring the arm across center line. And then I'm going to reach up and control the head. I want to keep him from looking up and keep him from sitting up. So I'm trying to control his body. My next move is I want to put this foot on his hip here. As soon as I break the guard, I've got this side of his body shut off. But once I open my feet, he can feel the path of least resistance on this side of his body and start to work that hip out, that corner. So when I bring my feet across, I want to keep a hug with one leg on that side of his body while I put this foot on his hip. Before I even break him apart, a lot of times, I like to just hook him up high, give him that hug. Then I'll release one foot. I'm still giving a hug with the other one, and I'm going to put the other foot on the hip, still controlling the arm and the head. I'm going to work the foot up high on his back. As I do that, right now, if we look, our heads are pretty much pointing in the same direction. I'm going to tilt mine on a 45 as I bring this leg up, as I start to work it up. I'm also scooting away from his base. If he is too far over me here, it will freeze my hips, and he takes my ability to move my hips away. It doesn't mean I might not get the arm bar. I may still get it, but if he's a large opponent, I have to have this space in order to keep good mechanics in the legs to keep him from stacking it. So once I've got on that 45-degree angle, slide the arm around the head and control the jaw, slide the foot over. I do not want to cross my feet. If my feet are crossed, you can see he can look up, which is the first part of him stacking me. I'm going to take this heel and push it toward the floor, like that. If he tries to look up, very difficult for him to do it. Pull my heels to my butt, pinch my knees together, heel to the floor. Now if he does stack, I can also move my knee out. It's almost like I want to stretch his neck. If he tries to stack, I stretch him in that direction. And you'll see he just came off his base, which makes him weaker. I want to make sure I got the thumbs up, control the arm. I like to cinch it a little bit to me. So as I pull my heels and knees toward my body, I'll pull the arm also. And I'm going to oompa slightly to get the submission. Number 40 on the white to blue list, the arm bar from guard.